Hey, everybody, and welcome back. This is part of a 3-series podcast about the recipe to success. The first ingredient was mindset. The second ingredient was planning and strategy. And if you didn't hear those podcasts, go back and listen to the last two. This one is about the third ingredient in your recipe for success, which is action. Stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
All right, in today's podcast, we are going into the third ingredient for your recipe for success, and that is action. So we've already got our mind straight. Our mindset's really in flow. We're in total alignment and we believe in our abilities. And don't forget that a visionary thrives all the time. So you want to make sure that you are focusing on your mindset and doing that personal development. And then that second ingredient is planning and action. You need to know what it is you want and what steps you need to take to get to that point. And today we're talking about action, which is that third ingredient and the most crucial step in order to get you over that hump and to make those dreams and those plans a reality. It is action. Action is so important. It is more important than anything else you can do in your business. A lot of people come to me all the time and they are learners, sponge learners. They love to learn. They love to download freebies and checklists and PDFs and free modules from people's courses. And they love to binge watch on YouTube and they love to learn how to do things on their own and piece things together. Maybe this sounds like you. Maybe you've bought a bunch of courses and you haven't finished them and now they're sitting dusty on your digital bookshelf. Or maybe you bought a bunch of courses and you did finish them, but you never implemented what it was they were teaching you what to do or how to do. Therefore, you never got the success that they were claiming you would get. If this sounds like you, then that means this is the ingredient, that piece to the puzzle that you have not spent enough time nurturing. You have to implement. There comes a point where, yes, the learning never stops. I am an avid learner. I'm constantly reading. I love to go to conferences. I always have a mentor and a coach. I'm always trying to do better and learn more and excel in my industry. And I commend you for doing the same thing because it is important and it does set you apart from the competition. However, there comes a point where your learning has to stop or put a pause, or maybe instead of learning from what you've purchased online, you're learning from your experience. And instead, what comes into play is the implementation, the doing, the putting it into action. And that's where you're going to see your results. Results don't come until you put in the action. So there are lots of different pieces to what it is you need to achieve in getting a one-on-one client or filling your group program. And that is knowing your ideal target market. Maybe you haven't actually sat down and figured that out. You need to figure that out. That is the action. The next thing you need to know is, what is your packaging? What are you offering? What is the pricing? If you haven't figured that out and maybe you need to play around with the wording of it, then you need to go and study copywriting. But don't just study the copywriting. Sit down and write it out. Try it, practice it. Maybe you need to review it with a copywriting coach. Maybe taking action means you need to hire a copywriter. Another thing that you need to do is to understand the messaging of who you are speaking to in the language that they need to hear. This is also part of copywriting. And then you have your sales process. In your sales process, maybe you can get people on the call. Good for you, but you can't close the deal. So that tells me you need to work on your sales. You need to actually go out and practice and do the sales process again and again. Maybe get hold of a script. Maybe write your own script. Maybe practice with a friend using that script. That's the action. Maybe you can't get anyone on a sales call. Well, then there's another gap in your process. And the action is what's going to teach you where those gaps are and then inform you and have you learn through experience what voids you need to fill or where your weaknesses are, and you can fill those gaps with other people who have those weaknesses as their strengths. That's when it comes time to hire a coach. Bring someone in who can strengthen the places where you are weak. Number one, you won't be stressed out about your business, struggling, frustrated, not knowing what to do, and thinking you're not doing something as well as it could be done. Number two, someone will come in and say, look, dudette, listen up. These things don't work work. Let's change them. Now you need to take action, go implement these changes, try it out in the workplace, on social media, when you're face to face with a prospect or a client, whatever it is that you need to work on, it has to be supported by action. That is so important. If you don't implement what it is you are learning, you will never achieve your greatness because you've never tried. You've never gone in there and done it. And if you fall flat on your face, that is better than someone who never even tried. And learning why you fell flat on your face is going to help you get up and do it again better the next time. I've had to fire clients. What did that teach me? That taught me that I needed to have a better terms and services drawn out in my business. Or I've had people default on payments. That taught me that I needed to have a better clause in my contracts. I've had people that I'd had to fire from working with Meliss Marketing, and I hate doing that. But I learned from that experience. So that taught me that the next time I go out, I need to hire someone who doesn't have these qualities or who does have these qualities, or I need to fix something in my process. So every time you are trying, every time you are implementing and taking that action, you are actually perfecting your system for achieving your greatness and taking your business to the next level. Of course, as you grow in your business, these milestones and also these little pitfalls are going to come up, and they're going to be very, very different. But each one of these is something that you have to get to in order to understand why it went that way and what not to do the next time, or what to increase and do more of the next time. You have to take the action. If you're scared to get on a sales call, the prescription for that is get on 10 sales calls. If you're scared to go live on Facebook, the prescription for that is go live 3 times this week. Yeah, you might screw it up. So what? You did it. And next time you'll be better at it. So I want you to understand that marketing always works. It's just a matter of what tweaks you need to play along with along the way. What do you need to switch? What do you need to change? How can you improve? And you cannot answer those questions by downloading every course and every freebie and buying every program. That's not how you answer these questions. You answer these questions by implementing what you were taught, what you have learned, putting action into it, and moving your business along to the next step. It will work. Marketing always works. You will get clients as long as you have a proper product or service to offer that is high value and people want it, and you've tested it out in the market and you know it's a necessity and you have a solution to somebody else's problem. And if that is all true, there is no reason why you can't double, triple, or quadruple your income this year, and why somebody else in your industry can and you can't. That doesn't make any sense. You can achieve greatness. You can fill your calendar up. You can get butts in seats in your group programs. It is just a matter of taking action and doing the things that you just mapped out in the planning and strategy phase. So once you've put your mind to it and you've put your thought forward in it, and this is what I want, and this is who I'm going to become to get to that milestone, whether it's money milestone or how many clients milestone or whatever that milestone is, then you map it out, you strategize, you figure out, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then this means I'm going to do this. And if it happens this way, it means I'm going to do this. You map the whole thing out, and then you take action. And I don't want you to look at your big map, your big strategy, and feel overwhelmed and feel that, oh my gosh, this isn't going to happen for another 6 months. That is not what I want you to do. I want you to come at it from a positive view. I want you to think of it as if you are creating a path to your success and you are just walking towards it. Don't poison the path with negativity. Don't poison the path with feeling sorry for yourself or comparing yourself to others or sitting and wallowing in your misery and your imposter syndrome. Don't poison that path, because that changes the path. You got to fix your mindset so you stay on that course and you never deviate. Then you need to plan out and strategize how you're going to get there. And then you need to take the action, follow those steps. And instead of looking at the big picture, the big map, I want you to look at just the first step in front of you. Do that and move on. Next step. Do that and move on. Next step. And do it strategically. And that is how you are going to pull yourself towards what you want, what you desire, what you deserve, and what is waiting for you when you take the right action steps. If you feel like this series of podcasts, The Recipe to Success, was helpful for you, please share this on your social media pages. And I want to invite you to join Marketing with Intention. It's the group program that I've been running this year. It's a marketing mastermind for health coaches, life coaches, healers, and functional medicine doctors. And it teaches you all of the steps that you need to take with your marketing, which you need to be doing 75 to 80% of the time to get clients in the door. I give you all of the foundational marketing systems that you need to fill your pipeline with leads and get your programs filled. Get those butts in the seats. It's a 3-month mastermind. It's a very intimate setting. I only allow a handful of people in there so I can really get into your business. I get to see what it is that we need to tweak and fix. It's all about mindset, planning, strategy, and action. It's all about the marketing systems you need to grow your brand, become the expert in your industry, and fill your pipeline with leads, which means people will get on calls with you. I'll help you with your sales and your selling on the phone if that's the way you do it, or if you do it in any other way, I help you with that. I tell you exactly what it is that you need to do to get those clients. I booked 22 calls last week, all without paying a single penny to Facebook ads. And that's what I teach you in Marketing with Intention. The next program starts on April 7th. And I'm telling you now that the next round after this one, the price will go up since I've sold out my program every single time this year so far. So if you feel like this is where you want to go and you want to take your business to the next level, the time is now, before the price increases and also before all the seats sell out, which they will, since all the other programs have sold out this year as well. Marketing with Intention, visit go.melissmarketing.com/MWI and we can hop on a call. I'll get to take a peek at what it is you've got going on in your business and see if we're a good fit. All right, I hope you enjoyed this 3-part series for your recipe for success, and I'd love to hear what is and isn't working for you. You can write me an email, you can respond on Facebook, but I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Oh, wait. Before you go, it's time to get laser focused this year and fill your group programs and one-on-one calendar once and for all. My 90-day business accelerator helps coaches, healers, and holistic doctors fill their group programs so they can scale their business, freeing up their time and making them more money than they made in the previous quarter. I'm accepting a small handful of people into this mastermind so it stays intimate and personal. We focus on results. You will grow your personal brand while quickly growing your business. The next round begins April 7th, and since the program has sold out every time I've run it this year, the price will be increasing. So if you think you're ready to make more this quarter than you did the last 2, it's time to visit go.melissmarketing.com/MWI, which stands for Marketing with Intention. So we can hop on a call and you can get in at the current price, which we will raise before we launch the program again. During the call, you can walk me through your business so I can understand what's been going on a little bit deeper, and we can make sure that I can help you reach your goals. Spaces will go quickly. Go.melissmarketing.com/MWI. Let's do this.